Hey guys, geez, it's been over a month since I've done my last video. I spent the last month in Bali and Sydney and New South Wales at various festivals and retreats and courses. And honestly, the first video back I thought was going to be a lot different to the one that I'm about to do now, because the past month so many amazing things happened. I learned so many different things that I can't wait to share on this page. Which were very insightful, that I know will definitely help other people. But today I felt really called to share something very, very different. And that's basically that, when I came back from this retreat, from the retreat and all the courses that I did last month, I came back very, very high vibe. And I honestly did expect to stay that way and to just start pouring all this love and energy into all these different things that I've got going on. But what ended up happening was very different. I actually fell into a really deep depression where I was paralyzed in bed for 4 days, and I was alternating between sleeping and crying. And sleeping because ultimately I was just desperately trying to escape all of this full-on intense emotion that I was experiencing. Because what had happened is, when I'd come back from this amazing experience the last month, it felt like the weight of the world had just come pouring on top of me. And everything was coming at me at once. So the reality of a relationship coming to an end, the reality of having to move out of my apartment, my dream apartment, which I've spent my entire life manifesting into reality, having to move out of here and packing my life into boxes and going through that whole moving process again, and the debt that I've accumulated from all the investment I've been putting into myself. All of it just hitting me all at once, and it was just so overwhelming that it just put me in bed and I couldn't get out for 4 days. And, in the past, I would have seen that as something really, I guess, a weakness. But the truth is, I've spent my entire life with really suppressed emotions. I've been really disconnected from my emotions, and, I've always been very positive and happy, and I can see the positive in everything. And I thought that was a good thing, but ultimately what was actually happening was I wasn't allowing myself to experience negative emotion, because from a young age I learnt how to suppress it on autopilot. And that's not healthy. I remember as a child, I didn't even let my mother or my father see me cry because I saw it as a weakness. And, the journey that I've been on with, personal development, spiritual growth, timeline therapy, through this journey, I have been learning about all of the emotions that I have been suppressing. And I've been learning how to actually connect with my emotions more, and learning that, emotions aren't a weakness, they're actually a strength. And there's actually a lot of value in allowing yourself to experience these emotions so that you can release them. We're all human. It's part of being, part of the human experience to actually have these emotions. So what I'm really doing right now is I'm honoring myself for actually giving myself permission to experience those emotions, because in the past that is completely unheard of. It really shows me how much I've actually grown to be able to do this for myself. And I do actually encourage other people, because I know so many people are the same. They see emotions as a weakness. They're not. When you see it as a weakness and you just, suppress it and suppress it and suppress it, it all just gets built up inside you, and it can manifest into illness and all these different things. But when you allow yourself to experience it and release it, you become so much more free. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling so much lighter, because honestly, it felt like the last 4 days I've released a lifetime worth of suppressed emotion. So it's been very healing for me. And it's also been really humbling as well, because, because I have spent so much of my life with such heavily suppressed emotions, I can always have compassion for others who are going through hard times, always have compassion and understanding, but I'm now realizing in the past I couldn't have possibly had empathy, because I personally hadn't allowed myself to experience what these people experience. But now, having really experienced had such an intense emotional release, I feel like I can connect with people like that on a deeper level. I can really see them where they're at, and help them in the way that I want to. So it's been a blessing for me. And yeah, so really not the share that I was expecting to have today, but honestly, I'm glad that it's happened, because it's been really humbling and empowering as well, knowing that I have the capacity to experience emotions again. And so I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.